Hey yo, how you doing? Sorry for the delay on the Q&A. Because of the delay, I promised that I was going to be revealing the menu, so here it is. Now that we got that out of the way, if you do have any questions that I do not answer in this video, drop it down below. I will try and respond to as many as I possibly can. So let's jump into it. All right, the first question by Laugh. Will this be the final update for Lucky Charms? If so, are you going to make sure that everything is set so that LC doesn't need frequent updates? I'd say it's more like a Bot Lucky V1 version. It was a much needed reset, and I will update until there's really nothing else to do or no improvements that can be done. Next question by Encoded14. Will there be Lua or any kind of scripting available in V5? Would help keep the cheat alive. I do agree, it would keep it alive. Kind of what most cheat developers rely on nowadays. There will be some sort of scripting. It won't come until a bit after release because I need to prioritize a lot of other things, and I don't want scripting to be just the lazy way where I finish the cheat. The next question by Apkavikas. From what source did you learn programming? I'd say like 90% of it is just messing around with ideas and Googling how things are done, or getting some tips from friends. Like for the little game engine I made, I started off small and just made a few 2D shapes, then improved the 2D, then figured out how 3D objects work, then figured out lighting, etc. So it usually just comes from one idea and I just figure out how to do it. And honestly, it sounds like most programmers that I know do the same exact thing. The big question. When will Lucky Charms V5 release? By Goose Muss. And honestly, I got no date. I'm working as much as I possibly can on it. It will release when it is ready, or when I feel it is ready, but there will be a lot of room to improve when I do release. It's not going to be the absolute finished product. Fu asked, what features from V4 do you think drastically improved on V5? And honestly, there is a lot. I was at one point just going to fix up V4, but reading back some of the code, there was so many terrible logic mistakes. Because of that, the entire thing needed to be redone, and not just redone, it needed to be redone from scratch. I started V5 about 8 months ago and it ain't even done. We even got a loader redone. Like, it's been a lot of work. All right, Not Nick asked, will V5 be like it was back in the day with the early access $5 option? We are thinking of doing something similar where it's separated into like a light version and a normal version. The light version will be free, very simple to use, so new cheaters that do not know how to config will easily be able to navigate and use it without any confusion. We are still discussing the idea and the details, so I guess more on that later. Pox Gaming says, how customizable is the cheat going to be? Like, is it just going to be the essentials for newcomers, or will you go into a lot of detail for more experienced users, somewhere in the middle? I say this is where the idea of the new light version comes in. Most new users have absolutely no idea what any of the features means. So something very basic for the new people, and that's free, but then also something a little bit more advanced, something more customizable and more personal for the more advanced users. Lifeline asked, cheat performance looks awesome and I can't wait to try it out, but I have a few questions. What new features are there or still work in progress? Honestly, there's a lot still in progress. I plan on adding a lot of more fun features like how V3 was with the minigames, cool unique visuals, memes, etc. But also plan on adding more rage, more legit features that were definitely lacking in V4. Are you going to do a video explaining how to config Lucky Charms V5? Yeah, of course, and I'm going to do a lot more in-depth videos on V5 so it is a lot easier for newer people to navigate. Will there be more meme, funny, weird features that you're going to add? Honestly, this is going to be a big priority for me because I really liked the feel you get with V3. It was very fun to use. I do not think so with V4, to be honest. And as the first meme, introducing Slenderman! And will LC be in beta for like 2 weeks before it's free for everybody? There will probably be a phase where some people get to use it in waves just to make sure that everything doesn't break on a mass release. This is a funny question. Novak said, I tried downloading, but it has virus, so my PC didn't let me download it even when I turned the virus protection off. I'm going to let the Malwarebytes employee respond to this themselves. But most cheats do get flagged for viruses, but that's kind of just the nature of how the cheats work. And as well, I have way too much online to be risking it for some very stupid stuff like that. Sam Key asks, what is the reason behind you not being very active in the YouTube scene and HVH scene? Got bored? I guess there's a lot of reasons, to be honest, but partly because I didn't have any ideas that I really liked, and I just got very demotivated for that and a few other reasons. But the other main reason is that it's very hard to balance making a cheat and making content. I don't think there's any other cheat devs that make YouTube videos as well as make the cheat themselves without a majority of the work being outsourced to someone else. Cameron asks, what is your plan for the future? Also, what new features are coming to V5? Are you considering adding more developers to the team? Honestly, not sure about the plans of the future. Would love to make like a game or something cool like that. And no, I don't really plan on adding more devs since mainly it's a free project that has made very little money. So paying a dev is out of the picture, and it's hard to find devs that want to work for free and that is actually trustworthy and won't just run off with code or sensitive information. No Sweating says, hey Lucky, I was wondering if there will be any unique features in V5 that other software don't have. I'm gonna say the majority of unique features will come from the fun visual type of features. From the menu reveal, you can see the color correction option with cool screen effects. That's just the visible ones, but there's gonna be a lot of uniqueness like version 3 had. Novan asked, how good will the performance be compared to a pay to cheat? I think it's hard to say. It's far from done, and on release there will be a lot of improvements to be made on features that I don't have the time to fully finish or just rush to basic version just so I can improve it later at least. I do, however, know that it will be a great value compared to most cheats. What are the limitations for the Lua API? Honestly, not thinking about that at the moment, just gonna wait until after release for that. What are some of the difficulties you've encountered while making Lucky Charms? Depression. Shav asks, how much customization will there be overall? Honestly, I'm going to make it as customizable as I can without making it too hard to config, especially for Rage. Visually, I kind of want to just go crazy with it and just make it as extreme as you want it to be. Will there be any exploits on V5 that other cheats do not have? Honestly, no, I'm playing catch up, so a lot of these pay to cheats have been around for years, so I'm definitely not going to have, especially on release, anything that's, incredibly crazy for exploit wise. Would you make people who make media with the cheat get a role in the Discord? Honestly, I do plan on rewarding anybody that does make a lot of content with the cheat. The YouTubers do help keep it alive, so I do have to reward them of sorts. So I do have a few plans, and I will release that more towards the release date. Will any of the features be reused from V4, or will everything be reworked? I actually did just check. There really isn't anything similar from V4. I mean, like I said, it's a completely new cheat. I really didn't want to touch any of the code from V4. I really didn't like it. It was incredibly rushed and, in my opinion, sucked. Great question by Treaty. What motivates you in life? I struggle to keep going with things I enjoy sometimes, and it would be nice to see your outlook. Thanks. Honestly, I struggle very hard to find motivation. I find it helpful when I swap to something that I would be interested that's kind of related to what I was doing. Like doing some random meme feature or working on the game engine, since it's still coding, and doing stuff like the game engine is what led me to do stuff like the cool inject animation as well as like the color correction, stuff like that. So either just taking a break and doing something related, or honestly just grinding through it because you really have no other choice. You could switch to whatever you want, but if you gotta do it, you just gotta do it. That, or going to the doctor if you have ADHD, or even just getting therapy can also be things that can help. Awesome question by Rake. People asking about the cheat, but I'm gonna ask how you doing. Hope you alright and getting along with stuff. Heard you mention one school and stuff. You better be doing good in exams. First off, appreciate the question. Hope you and everyone watching doing good. I'm doing alright. A lot of stress, pressure, IRL problems, but I'm managing. Who else doesn't have that stuff? Constantly trying to improve myself, my position in life. I'm actually not in school anymore. I did graduate, thankfully. I don't need to study anymore. LOL. Speaking of school, Dirt, who has the IQ of Dirt, said, how will this affect my school social life? You didn't have one to begin with, Dirt. The last question I'm going to end on, I'm sorry, I'm not going to pronounce your name. Don't wear yourself out, guys. Too late. Yeah, it's literally 2 a.m. and I still gotta edit the video, and I'm gonna try and put this out tomorrow morning. Let's go! So if you did enjoy the video, please hit the like button, subscribe, comment if you have any other questions down below, and I guess I'll see you in the next one. See ya, guys!